What if the biggest story coming out of Cleveland this year isn't about Deshaun Watson, Amari Cooper, or even Myles Garrett? What if the true headline is a fifth-round rookie quarterback silently climbing his way toward a starting job? That's exactly what's unfolding inside the Browns' locker room as Shedeur Sanders, the former Colorado Buffaloes star and son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, continues to defy every expectation placed on him. After sliding all the way to round 5 in the NFL draft, many critics and analysts alike dismissed the idea of Sanders ever making an impact this early in his pro career. But now new reports coming out of Cleveland are revealing something no one saw coming. Shedeur Sanders might actually be in serious contention to start Week 1 for the Browns. From the moment Sanders was selected, his NFL journey was seen as a long-term project. Most believed he would spend at least a year developing on the bench behind more experienced players. With Joe Flacco returning to provide veteran leadership, Kenny Pickett arriving with something to prove, and fellow rookie Pickett Gabriel also joining the depth chart, Sanders was supposed to be a developmental piece. Someone who might make noise later, not now. But something has changed, the tide has turned, and it's being fueled by an offseason that has taken many inside the organization by surprise. According to Browns insider Kay Cabot of Cleveland, Shedeur Sanders has turned heads in a way that very few expected. Cabot's latest report makes it clear Sanders didn't just show up during spring training, he showed out. His final 2 weeks of spring ball were so impressive that he now enters training camp with a legitimate shot to compete for the starting job. These aren't just hopeful words or locker room rumors. They're grounded in the consistent, high-level performance Sanders has already displayed against NFL-level competition in practices. And that's saying something. The fact that a rookie quarterback taken in the 5th round is already being mentioned as a real threat to start over both a Super Bowl MVP and a former first-round pick is nothing short of remarkable. Still, this story isn't without complications. The Browns' offense is far from stable. Cleveland has issues up front on the offensive line. The wide receiver core has shown flashes of brilliance, but it lacks depth and consistency. There are still questions about the team's run game, especially with injuries affecting key players in recent years. So while the idea of throwing a rookie quarterback into the fire in Week 1 might sound thrilling, it could also be a dangerous gamble. Sanders, for all his promise, would be stepping into a high-pressure environment that could test even the most seasoned signal caller. But here's the thing. So far, he hasn't backed down from the pressure. If anything, he seems to be thriving in it. And that's where the story takes a fascinating turn. Because we're not just talking about raw talent or college success anymore. We're talking about poise, about preparation, about a young quarterback who has carried himself with the professionalism and confidence of someone far beyond his years. We've seen rookies come in with flash and fade just as fast. But with Sanders, there's a grounded determination, a sense that he knows exactly what this opportunity means and exactly what it will take to seize it. He's not simply trying to survive camp, he's fighting to lead. This development has sparked major discussion within the Browns fan base and throughout NFL circles. Could Cleveland really hand the keys to its offense to a 5th-round rookie? And more importantly, should they? The answer isn't clear yet. But the fact that it's even being asked is a testament to just how far Shedeur Sanders has come in such a short amount of time. Training camp is expected to be a battleground. All eyes will be on the quarterback competition, as Flacco's experience, Pickett's hunger, Gabriel's energy, and Sanders' sheer momentum all collide in one of the most compelling position battles in the league. No one can predict exactly how this story ends. But one thing is certain, Shedeur Sanders has already won something bigger than a starting spot. He's won belief, the belief of his teammates, the belief of his coaches, and now perhaps the belief of a city that has long waited for a young quarterback to inspire hope again. Whether he starts Week 1 or not, this is no longer just a name buried on the depth chart. This is a player forcing his way into the spotlight, not with noise, but with undeniable performance. The kind of performance that makes even the loudest critics pause. The kind that turns a 5th-round pick into a franchise-shaping storyline. So keep your eyes on Cleveland, because what's happening with Shedeur Sanders might just be the start of something truly unforgettable. If he continues at this pace, we may be witnessing the rise of the Browns' next big chapter, one that no one predicted, but now no one can ignore. Thank you for watching this deep dive into one of the most surprising quarterback stories of the offseason. If you're rooting for Shedeur Sanders or just intrigued by his rapid rise, be sure to like this video, subscribe for more exclusive NFL coverage, and let us know in the comments. Do you think Sanders should start in Week 1? We'll be tracking every throw, every snap, and every twist in this unbelievable journey right here. Stay locked in, and until next time, keep your head in the game. What does it really mean to lead? Is it about throwing touchdowns, winning games, and wearing a team's jersey on Sundays? Or is it something deeper, something that reveals itself when no cameras are rolling, when no crowds are cheering? Today we take you into the heart of a powerful moment that proves rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders is not just preparing to lead the Cleveland Browns. He's already leading where it matters most, in the community, in times of tragedy, when real people need real compassion. As the summer heat builds toward a new NFL season, Shedeur Sanders is gearing up for one of the biggest challenges of his life. He's in the midst of his very first NFL training camp, stepping onto the practice field with fire in his heart and a mission in his soul. The young quarterback finds himself locked in a high-stakes quarterback competition, one that features 4 strong contenders, all vying for the chance to start for the Cleveland Browns when the 2025 season kicks off. It's a battle that will define his future, but his journey to this moment has already been anything but ordinary. Coming out of college, Shedeur Sanders was projected by many experts to be a first- or second-round NFL draft pick. He had the pedigree, the stats, and the spotlight, but when draft day came, the script flipped. Team after team passed on him until finally, deep in the 5th round, the Cleveland Browns made the call. It was a slide that could have crushed a young player's spirit, but Sanders, he didn't break, he didn't pout, he didn't complain. He embraced the moment with grace, gratitude, and unwavering determination. From day one, he has made it clear. He's not focused on what he lost, but on what he's been given. An opportunity, a team, a city, a purpose. While most of the media chatter around Sanders has centered on whether he'll beat out the competition and take the field as QB1, something far more meaningful has already happened. He's made an impact in Cleveland, and not on a football field, but in the heart of a neighborhood shaken by tragedy. On a quiet summer day, June 23rd to be exact, Cleveland was rocked by a devastating explosion and fire that tore through an apartment complex. The damage was horrific. More than 40 families lost their homes, their memories, their stability. 5 people were rushed to the hospital with injuries. And in a heartbreaking moment of courage, one man lost his life after running back into the flames to save his stepchildren. The city was left stunned, broken, mourning. Many would look at a story like that and feel helpless. Some would send thoughts, some would send money. But Shedeur Sanders did something different. He came back to Cleveland, and he showed up in person. He got the news while he was out of town, but he didn't waste time or make excuses. The moment he returned, he made one thing clear. His first priority was the people of this city. It all started with a simple message. Someone reached out to him on Instagram, telling him about the fire, about the pain, about the need for joy in a hurting community. Sanders didn't know all the details, but his heart knew what to do. Without any fanfare or press release, he decided to join and help lead the Garden Valley Fun Fest, an event designed to bring joy, laughter, and a sense of togetherness to a neighborhood in mourning. It wasn't about publicity. It was about presence. Sanders walked among the families, talked with kids, offered smiles, and shared in the healing. When asked why he got involved, he spoke with raw honesty. "When everything transpired, I was out of town," he said. "So I was like, nah, the first thing I do when I get back is definitely come to the community." There was no hesitation, no agenda, just heart, just humanity. He continued, saying something that reveals exactly who he is at his core. "Sending money and stuff, that's easy," he said. "But you have to actually go out there and be in the flesh." It's a sentence that hits hard. Because in a world where too many people settle for performative gestures, Shedeur Sanders is out here walking the walk. He didn't have to do it. He could have focused solely on football. He could have posted something and moved on. But instead, he stepped into a place of pain and gave it a moment of peace. This isn't the image many painted of Sanders during the draft process. Back then, critics labeled him as arrogant, self-absorbed, a flashy player more focused on branding than ball. But those narratives crumble when faced with the truth. And the truth is this: the rookie quarterback from Cleveland is showing more leadership, maturity, and character than many seasoned pros. He's showing that greatness isn't just measured in passing yards or touchdowns, it's measured in moments like this. With Cleveland's training camp now underway, and rookies reporting as of July 18th, Sanders is back in the spotlight for his play on the field. For those who've been paying attention know, the real story isn't just about who will start under center, it's about who stands tall when it counts. And Shedeur Sanders? He's already proven that when Cleveland needed someone, he was there. In a city still healing, his presence meant everything. And whether or not he becomes the Browns' starter this year, one thing is clear: this young man is already a champion in the eyes of the people. Sometimes leadership isn't about leading a huddle. Sometimes it's about showing up, standing beside strangers, and choosing to care. Shedeur Sanders chose Cleveland. And now Cleveland is starting to realize just how special he really is.